Hi guys, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. In this episode we're going to look at putting in some plumbing, a shower and stuff like that. In between the last episode and this one I haven't really done anything except for I've let them kind of carry out the tasks that we set in the last one. We're running low on algae, we're down to like 429, but they're digging their way up here. We can always prioritise this if it becomes an emergency. They've been making their way up to that stuff there, and it's pretty much, the next couple of things they're going to dig out are going to be algae, so that'll get us on our way to that. But yeah, we are running super low on that. The only other thing is what am I doing? Research, that's what I want to look at. Select research. We finished the sanitation sciences and we're on our way to finishing this percolation thing, which can give us an electrolyzer, which is going to let us make oxygen from water. So that kind of takes away our need to necessarily go searching for algae so quickly. We can sort that out. Right, it's night time inconveniently. However, we can set up a few things during the night. In fact, let's just get them through the night. Why not? We'll just get them through. So I'll basically show you the things we've got. We've got plumbing. So we've got a shower. I'm going to put that up there. We've got some liquid pipes. We've got a... Where is it? Oh, we've got the lavatory unlocked now as well. We could put that in there too. That's probably not a bad idea. In fact, that would probably be a very good idea. Okay. Yeah. The other thing is we've got another duplicate. Let's just see if there's anyone particularly useful here that we're definitely going to want to get. Right, we've got early bird. Okay, first part of the day does things but can't dig. Yokel, so can't research but naturally robust. Right, so they're not going to get ill. Molehands, so a great digger but likely to get ill. I think this is probably the one that we're going to go for. However, we'll come back to that in a minute once we've got the oxygen and things sorted out, because I'm in no rush. The research centre is apparently idle. Oh, he's back to it now. Okay, right. So now they're awake. Let's slow them down a little bit while I sort this out. We're going to put in a shower. And we're going to put it, I think, right at the end there. Do you know what? I think that's where I was going to put it, but then I've got to obviously let the gases escape and stuff, and I don't want them to be dropping down straight onto the bedroom here. Ideally, that's not what I want to be happening. Have I got the mesh tiles yet? You can get these mesh tiles that allow gas permeable tiles even. Requires gas piping research. We can actually get onto that now I think about it. What have I just done? No. Don't deconstruct that. Oh my god. Cancel deconstruct. Cancel deconstruct. What have I just taken out? The battery. I've literally just destroyed the battery. Okay, let's put that back because that's not a good thing. Alright, prioritise that. I almost took out a load of stuff then because I had the wrong button clicked. Okay. That's going to rebuild and that's fine. Right, research centre. Select research. That is finished. So let's start the gas piping because that's going to give us these gas permeable membranes, which, and I'll show you what they do now. Well, I'll explain what they do. You can replace these tiles with them, and they're like grates, and they let gas travel freely through, but they don't let liquid travel through, so they're extremely useful. Let's have a quick look at the gas overlay. I'm starting to get a bit of toxic gas buildup and stuff like that. We can sort that out. This yellow stuff does eventually rise, so we can get some kind of chamber to capture that eventually, and filter it back into usable gas. Breathable air even is the word I'm looking for. Right, let's get this back on the go. So, I'm thinking that having the shower there might not be the best idea because any of the gas that comes down from it is going to filter down. Although you know what, it's probably going to be okay. I'm going to put it there. I am. We'll go with it. We can always change this stuff later if it doesn't work out quite right. We'll go with it there. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it there. Right, what we need to do is we're going to need a liquid pump, and we can put that and run it as far down as we can in this water here. So there. That's going to need some electricity going to it, so we're going to have to sort that out. Hang on a minute, I thought I destroyed the battery. Oh no, I must have just destroyed the wire that was connecting them together. Okay, well that's interesting. Well, I've got a new battery now then, so whatever. That works out fine. Although it looks like things aren't wired up, maybe. Okay, that should fix it. Right, so we need to get power to the pump, so let's sort that out first. Right, electrical wire. We can take it down here, and it keeps it nicely out of the way. We can take it up here. They shouldn't have a problem building that, I don't think. That should be fine. They're going to take these rocks out here, but that's not going to cause us any drama. And they're actually probably not going to be able to get to that now I think about it. So I might need to chuck a couple of ladder pieces in there, just like that, so they can actually get to it. But that should be okay like that. Okay. So we've got power that's going to be going to that. The next thing we're going to need... Is this all contaminated oxygen? Contaminated water. We could actually dump it off into here. That's probably the good plan, should I say. So... let's start by putting an airlock door. Do we want an airlock door? We do want an airlock door to the shower, I think. So we'll go tile down from 2 tiles down from the roof. Let's do it like, say, there. And we'll put an airlock door, manual airlock, so they can come in and out of this bathroom once it's built. Right, I want to deconstruct this wall here, or at least some of it, because I think what we're going to do is put a pipe leading into there to get rid of our waste for now, because that's contaminated water and air. We can just dump it into this area, and that'll be fine for now. So let's let them get on with this, and once that's built we can move on with the next thing, which is the actual plumbing of it. I'm gonna have to set like, right, here we go. So unfortunately the input pipe is on the other side, so that's a little bit of a pain. I think it is anyway. Right, let's get the plumbing thing equipped. Liquid pipe. Yeah, so water goes in there and out there, so it's going to be slightly difficult. We're going to have to kind of take it behind here, I guess. I think like that. Okay. Is this going to work? Because we need to... So basically that's going to need to come out there like that and flow into here. That's kind of how I want that to work. But then I need to get this pipe. I can take it over the top of there. Yeah, that's how we can do it. Okay, I've figured it out. Right. O to rotate. Yeah. Input, output. No, that's the input, isn't it? So we need to spin it around the other way. Right. Deconstruct that. So this is how it's going to work. We're going to... Okay, because this is definitely the input, yeah? Okay, perfect. Right, then we can take the pipe down there like that. Into here, I guess. Down there. I don't think they'll have too much of a problem getting to most of these areas. It's going to have to jump the gap there, but that's not a huge issue. And then we're over... Whoops. We're over the electric wire, but that's fine. And we'll come up here through this tiled wall. Down. And that connects it. Okay, so that's our input pipe. Our export pipe or output pipe is going into there. And then that like that. So we're going to need to dig out this area here to actually get in there and sort that. Okay. I think that is going to do us once it's actually built. I do. I think that will work. Okay, cool. I'm going to prioritise it and then just get them to build it. I think that's probably the best plan. Because... how am I doing for algae at this point? I could do with cutting a bit more of that out. So let's set the priority for that to 9 quickly. And just like that. Just so they'll get a bit of algae. And then we'll set the priority to the rest of it for like... I guess like 8 or something like that. Just to make sure that it gets done. So this stuff needs doing. That needs to be part of it. It's all this stuff here. That. And all that. Okay. So, if I speed time up now, they should... all the 3 people should start getting on that. Right, I think, considering we're on the brink of getting stuff done and we could do with an extra person, we'll go and get this person now. She's going to use up a bit of extra oxygen, but she's going to start working straight away and help us get this stuff built. And we're not far off being able to get an electrolyzer in either, which will probably just be the next episode, to be fair. Right, we've got to get through the night. I think what I'll do is get back to you when most of this is built. I'm just making sure that this airlock gets finished before we start, because I don't know how quickly this gas is going to flood back into here before I can get it sealed off again. And at least I'll only contaminate this one area if that happens. Okay, yeah, so they're starting to work on the pipe now. I'll get back to you when most of this is done. Okay, just run into a problem here. I've just paused it where we'd accidentally cut into this, getting some algae, and we're draining off what is essentially a very large, very important body of water into the rest of the base. This is pretty bad. I'm going to see how quickly I can fix it. Set it to priority 9 so it's above anything else. And I'm hoping this guy will just run straight back up and fix that straight away, because that's going to cause some major problems. Alright, let's see how quickly this gets sorted. Okay, so it looks like we've potentially stopped the problem there, yeah. I think. Yeah, it looks like that has stopped. But we've got this issue of water in the base now that we're going to have to deal with. Okay, so I think that that's pretty much done there. I want this swept up pretty high priority because this room can be clear now, and this area here as well. But I'll just let them finish off what they're doing there in terms of harvest. In fact, you know, I'm going to cancel them doing it because I don't really need that stuff. Let them sweep up quickly. Yeah, and I can see the shower is working. People are taking showers and stuff in here now, so that's good news. Okay, so here we go. We've got... Just need to wait for this to actually do. So there's someone in the shower there. I'll show you how it works. Right, plumbing over. Let's slow it down so we can actually see this whole thing work. So what we've got is... We've got water being piped from here, and that's getting electricity from here. So that's pumping water to the shower. And then we've got the contaminated water being pumped out of the shower into this area here, where it's just basically going to get stored. Later on, we can find a way to pump that back round, get it cleaned or whatever, filtered, and back into the clean water again to use. Why is no one willing to build me some tiles there? I've set the priority quite high, haven't I? Let's just set it up to 9 so they definitely get it done. Is there a reason they're not doing it? No, there's not. Someone should come and do it. Perfect. Okay, done. Right. So, the only problem we've got now, and I'll just press play so you can see what's happening, is we've got all this contaminated oxygen here, which has come from this room here that we need to get rid of. So, there is a way we can do that. We've got the air deodorizer, and what that does is that takes that yellow toxic gas and it turns it into breathable oxygen, or at least filters it out so it's not dangerous anyway. So we should be able to just build one of those there. Again, I'll up the priority just for the sake of getting it done. And this room, once that's in place, should begin to become nice breathable air. Still just waiting for that research to be finished so that we can get our gas permeable tiles, and we'll replace some of the floor with gas permeable tiles so that we can get oxygen flowing up into there easily, because otherwise it's going to end up being a bit of a vacuum or a carbon dioxide trap potentially. Is he going to build that? No, they're still just sweeping up. Okay, so this guy's just finishing off our air deodorizer now. Good place for it really in the bathroom. That needs some materials, but yeah, as you can see what's happening there, it is sucking in all this yellow toxic gas, and it's basically making it breathable again by the looks of it. So that's pretty cool. We are getting some carbon dioxide build-up down here, which we're going to need to sort out sometime soon. We're going to have to work that out. But for now, I think we'll call that an end to the episode. Let's put this on normal speed. So we've got the shower in and got some plumbing sorted out and stuff like that. I'm pretty happy with that in this episode. In the next one, we'll probably be looking at the electrolyzer so we can get some better oxygen production, because it looks like we're pretty much out. We're not really producing much oxygen. So we'll probably look at that for the next one and stick that somewhere in the base. Probably here or something, because that's where our carbon dioxide problem seems to be at the moment. Yeah, we could put like an electrolyzer there. It should circulate oxygen around the base. Guys, if you're enjoying the series, please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.